I just need to schedule a breakdown once a week. What's up, it's Jan, back at it again with another nerdy bookish video. This is gonna be a reading vlog where I read primarily Asian authors. I'm kind of talking quietly right now because I'm in the break room. I'm alone in the break room during my lunch break right now, but I'm scared anyone could walk in and hear me. So just really quickly, I'm finishing up The Sacrifice by Erin. I am like 20 pages away from finishing. This is my Patreon buddy read. All my Patreon links are down below. We're vampire themed. We're called The Lair. It's a good time. We have buddy reads, readathons, all the things, and a Discord where we get to know each other and talk literally every day. So it's fun. I would love to have you if you're interested. And I know it's AAPI month, but I'm probably not gonna read all Asian American, specifically American authors, you know, if that makes sense. I'm definitely gonna read some manga, but like translated work and things like that. But just Asian authors in general is the goal for this vlog. Today is Tuesday. I'm gonna take it until Friday because I have my Patreon 24-hour readathon on Saturday, which I vlog for every month. That's the lowdown. Talk to y'all probably after work. I do have plans with my high school best friend Laura, so you'll see her in this vlog. Hopefully I finish this before my lunch break's over. Hello. So I'm now home. I finished The Sacrifice during my lunch break. I gave it 3 stars as predicted. I did like the ending. The twist was decent, but it just dragged on. This whole book could have been way shorter. Definitely could have been a novella for sure. The Hollywood aspect, it just did not do it for me. But the creepy island vibes were really good. The Filipino rep was really good. There was language, you know, Tagalog thrown in there. It was my first Erin, but I'll definitely read more of their writing. I have a lot of their books actually. I have The Girl from the Well. I have The Wicked as You Wish. Is that what it's called? Something like that. The Duology. I actually have 2 copies of the first book. And then I also have The Bone Witch. I have 2 books from that trilogy. Oh, and I have Silver Under Nightfall. So I have a lot of their books. And I will be reading them, but I'll probably be listing this. I'll definitely be listing this on Pango. Sorry, I'm like so low energy. I'm so fucking tired. I actually canceled plans with Laura because we were just gonna have like a catch-up session and she was gonna come over and stuff, and I was like, can we just do a video chat instead? So that's what we just did. I literally just got off the phone with her. It's 7 p.m. so I don't even know if I want to take a nap anymore. I kind of just want to read The Salt Grows Heavy by Aleksandra so I can just return it tomorrow. I just want to finish it in one sitting because it's like 97 pages and I have all night until Joey gets home. But I also got the last 3 volumes of The Girl from the Other Side, so I'll be finishing this in this vlog. That's the goal at least. And then this isn't an Asian author, but Garlic and the Witch. I could just crank it out. I read Garlic and the Vampire like last week and it was really good and cute. My hold came in for this, so it's gonna happen. It'll take me like 20-30 minutes. So that's the plan. I listened to a bunch of The Bandit Queens today, which is Noelle's book club, Noelle from Noelle 7 Pages, and I'm one of the guest hosts with Hannah from Paperback Bruncher on Thursday, so I have 2 days to finish this, and I have the audiobook and I don't know what chapter I'm on, but it's really good. I have to go back and like annotate some things that I heard from the audiobook that I want to highlight. So this is basically a book set in India. These wives who are trying to kill their husbands and make it look like an accident. And I know it has like a lot of like feminist topics as well, and there are trigger warnings for like abuse and stuff. So I don't know what happened to this. Why is it so like oily? Oh, I got this used. Maybe that's why. This was not my doing. You can see the spots on there. It could be 4 stars is what I'm predicting. That could also change. Those are the reading plans. I'm gonna be eating these and reading Salt Grows Heavy. I do want to get some editing done tonight before Joey gets home. Let's do this damn thing. It's now 11 o'clock-ish and I'm gonna talk about this book, but I'm not done with it yet and I have to take my contacts out. I was spending a lot of time digging around, also talking to my silly goose Noelle and Sid, but I've also been slowly but surely reading that book. I'm really, not really liking it, but I'm liking it definitely more than Nothing But Blackened Teeth, which, sorry if this water's loud, which I gave 2 stars. I feel like Aleksandra writing has definitely improved in terms of like, I don't even know actually. It still feels like they're using a thesaurus
Like, it is still a very wordy book, but it's different, I guess, because it's a different genre. Like, this is a horror fantasy, so the parts that are more abstract and like not necessarily going in one specific direction, it makes more sense in this context than it did in Nothing But Black and Teeth, because that was like a straight up horror in the real world type thing, you know, with like one creepy creature in this house in, was it Japan? But this is like mermaids and plague doctors and like a lot of body horror. I didn't expect it to be this gory. I don't know why. It reminds me of T. Kingfisher's writing. It reminds me of Eric LaRocca's writing. Cassandra Claw's writing style works for this type of book. I still think it's going to be like 3 stars though, because it just feels like nothing's really actually happening other than the gory stuff. Like, I don't understand the objective really, and there are a lot of points where it just feels like the book is going just to go. Like, and oh, there are some pretty good quotes though about like feminism and misogyny and things like that. Very metaphorical quotes for sure. So if you like read it too fast, you'll miss it. I feel like that's basically the mood for the entire novella, is like you really have to use brain power to understand what's going on. I feel like, at least that's the case for me, because my brain has just been not working to its fullest potential. Or it is, and it's like overloaded. But I'm almost done with it. I'm definitely gonna try to finish it before going to bed. It'll probably take me another like 40 minutes. Joey's gonna be home later than yesterday, so I'm gonna try to wait up for him, but I might just fall asleep. I also have to end my spring cleaning vlog for Patreon. I just realized that. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Well, okay.
All right, it's about an hour later and I just finished The Salt Grows Heavy. I took my time on it, and honestly, I read like half of it out loud because the writing is just exquisite. So much better than Nothing But Black and Teeth. Yes, it gets like super long-winded and wordy, but in a good way. I was nervous because the synopsis said that it has like fairy tale vibes. Usually I'm not into that as much as I want to be, but this had a lot of body horror and cannibalism. Not even cannibalism, it was just like brutal things. It was like the vibes of A Certain Hunger, the vibes that I wanted woman eating to be, but make it a mermaid instead of a vampire, and it was just so good. And then there was a part that kind of hit the feels too. I gave it 4 stars because one, it didn't give me like holy shit, like I recommend this to everybody and it's like my all-time favorite book, like no, but it did like make me feel something, a lot of things in terms of like disgust and repulsion. It just felt disjointed at times, like how did we get here? Thought this person was dead, why are we back here, where did this come from, type thing. But at the end of the day, I was just here for the writing because it was good horror writing for sure. Oh, T. Kingfisher blurbed it on the back, and Paul Tremblay. It's definitely like T. Kingfisher meets Eric LaRocca type of writing, so that was a pleasant surprise. I can't believe this thin-ass book is $22. Glad I got it from the library. Glad I can return it right away tomorrow, and glad I can finally go to fucking sleep. Joey's on his way home, so I mean, I'll probably just be falling asleep when he gets home, so good night. I'm thinking of starting Jade City at some point this week. I started The Empress of Time by Kylie Lee Baker, which is a sequel to The Keeper of Night, and I loved it. I loved the first chapter, but I think I'm gonna save it for my Patreon readathon, where I'm gonna read spooky books by Asian authors, and this one would have been a great one for the 24-hour readathon, but alas, already read it. Yeah, so I might start Jade City because I've been really feeling a fantasy. Sorry for the stupid angle, but also I'm loving this like cranking about an average 1 book a day, whether that's a manga or a novel, a novella, audiobook, whatever. So I might also start Kim Ji-young, born 1982, at some point this week to try to get that into this vlog. Then there's also Lunar Love, which is a romance that I would love to get to as well, which I know would be quick. So we'll see what I'm in the mood for tomorrow, but I have been in the mood for a fantasy big time, so I might just start Jade City regardless and just like not care if I finish it in this vlog. And I also started this really short book called Highway with Green Apples, and it's by an Asian author on Kindle Unlimited, basically about this 25-year-old figuring out life and talking about like the mundane day-to-day things. So I was like, yeah, that's my type of book, so I'm reading that. I don't think I'm gonna get up early and go to the gym tomorrow, maybe on Thursday, we'll see. Vlog's going to Friday, so good night for now. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Hi, it's my pre-work update. Oh god, okay. My coworker is right next to me. Real quick, I am enjoying the Bandit Queen. I am hopefully gonna finish it tomorrow morning at the latest because the live show's tomorrow. And I got my butter pecan iced coffee, got my sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich. I'm so freaking tired. Joey got home at like almost 1, and then I felt bad. He had to like leave at like 6:30 again, so that was that. But we'll see him tonight. We're gonna read with Liv from Liv's Library on her Patreon tonight. It's Wednesday. My joints hurt a little bit, but my outfit's cute, and we're gonna try to make it through. Take my Joey to work day. Alright, y'all. I'm at my mom's. We have book mail. Real quick, I want to get my KFC. So first, we got Loot by Jennifer Thorne. This reminds me of Midsummer, which, like, half of it for the first time last night, and we're probably gonna finish it tonight. I love culty books, so hopefully this one's good. I got Dangers of Smoking in Bed by Mariana Enrique, which is the author of Our Share of Night. So I figured before I tackle that tome, I'll read a short story collection by them first. And like, look at this cover. Freaking skeleton woman. I love it. And then we have one of my faves of the year so far, The Villa by Rachel Hawkins. This is a very slow gothic vibes type of thriller, but make it set in the summer in Italy. So freaking good. 5 stars. I read it in like a total of 6 hours. And then we have one that I've been wanting to buy for months. It's by a non-binary author. I could never find it at Barnes & Noble. Leech by Hiren Enez. And it's a gothic science fiction, dystopia type of thing where there's like mind manipulation. I don't know. But one of my former coworkers recommended it to me and I was like, it's already on my radar, girl. The 2 that started this all is this duology. One's a paperback, one's a hardcover. I'm over it. I'm over matching them. Oh, honestly, I don't care. But I am in my dragon moment, so we're gonna hope these are good. I tried this one on audio end of last year and I DNF'd it, but I think physically I will like it, and it's a nice floppy paperback. Kind of a backlist-ish, but all right, let's go get some food and then go home to Joey, shall we? Hello. It is many, many hours later because I suck at vlogging. This week, it's 11 p.m. Finished The Bandit Queens. During my workday, I was listening to the audiobook all day. I gave it 4 stars. I really enjoyed it, and I said this in the live show with Noelle and Hannah. I'll link that live show down below. Basically, in that, I said that if I were to read it physically again, now that I'm familiar with the characters and everything, I think I'd potentially give it a 5-star in the future, just because I feel like the reason it was mostly a 4 stars because I zoned out for a lot of the audiobook, or like I was distracted at work or whatever. I feel like I missed some things. I definitely know I missed some things, but we had a pretty good discussion on that live show, so trying to remember some key things we talked about. Definitely does a good job of balancing humor with the heavy topics. All 3 of us did not expect as heavy as topics as there were, so do beware before you go into The Bandit Queens. I'm sorry I'm not holding the book up, I just put it away. The only thing also that I didn't like about, so maybe it would be a 4-star also when I do reread it, but The Bandit Queens are like this legend or whatever. The author like interweaves certain stories and try to relate it to what's going on in the story and like modern situations and things like that. So that part was a little off for me. It didn't feel, I mean, it was embedded in there well, but it just took me out of the story because it was like, I don't know how to explain it, but I really liked all the characters. I liked all their dynamics. I liked the friendships. I liked the dynamic and relationship between Gita and Kareem. This book is hilarious. It's also infuriating. You see all the traumas that these women go through. They talk about it very casually and blatantly because this is normal for their situation, like in this little village in India, and they talk about how married women are the most invisible type of person in this area because it's all about the husband and they can treat you however the fuck they want to treat you, and it's just called marriage. It's normal, and that sucks. So it really covers a lot. My favorite part about this book is that we finally have a female main character who doesn't want kids in the beginning and remains not wanting kids at the end. There are way too many books. Either, you know, kids are like the fucking center of the story, or the female character doesn't want kids in the beginning and ends up getting pregnant at the end anyway, for whatever reason. I really appreciated that, and there were definitely discussions about, like, if you don't want kids, don't have kids. Childless women are just as valid and relevant as women with children. And yeah, it's just like, I loved it. I'm so glad I read it. I'm so glad I own it. So then I was able to annotate and highlight all these good quotes because it had a lot of like girl power, like feminist, female resilience type of quotes. So really enjoyed it. I think it is getting pretty late, but I think I still want to try to read Highway with Green Apples, which is a pretty short story on KU, and I don't remember how much of it I talked about, but it's basically about this 25-year-old just figuring out life. I should be done with it by now. I don't know why it's taking me this long, but I'm 30% through, so we'll see how far I get into this. I still have to shower, but yeah, I was working on editing this next like book talk book vlog. I know, who is she? Why did I make this vlog? I don't know, but I liked it. It was a fun time. So that should be up in about an hour. Super excited because it's been 4 days since I uploaded my last video and it wasn't even a vlog. This clip is way too long. I probably won't update until tomorrow again. Tomorrow is Friday. I have to end it tomorrow because my Patreon 24-hour readathon is Saturday, so I have to start a whole new vlog for Patreon. Good night. Hopefully tomorrow is a better vlogging day. I will try my darndest. Another bring my Joey to work day.
I came with lunch this time.
Yeah, we got Portilli's. I don't think I've eaten a single healthy meal this entire week. It's Friday.
I don't think I've eaten a single healthy meal in the last like 20-something years.
Hi. So right now it's like 8:45. Sorry I haven't updated again. I got home and then Joey got home from his aunt's house and then I had a mental breakdown. But I also filmed my book haul, so that was an accomplishment finally, but I kept this appearance on, so fuck. But I had eyeliner on and then I cried it off. I just need to schedule a breakdown once a week. Like, it just needs to all come out. But I do have a pretty major reading update because I started Untethered Sky by Fonda Lee and I'm absolutely loving it. So I started it on my Kindle like a month or two ago. I got I got a NetGalley arc. I've said this before, but like NetGalley arcs, when you send them to your Kindle, they don't have page numbers, at least the ones I've seen. A lot of my friends say the same thing. So they only have this thing called like location, and then they have the percentage, and like I could do the math and stuff. Sometimes it's not accurate though, like 23% of 150 pages or whatever. But then I just checked. I was like, okay, well, it's out now. Let's see if my library has it, and we did at work. So I grabbed it and I'm reading it physically now, and I'm on page 84 out of like 150, and I want to finish it tonight before my readathon tomorrow, and so I could end this vlog with another book done. I didn't think I would love this as much as I do. I wanted to try this one out before fully immersing myself into Jade City, which I did start this morning, but then I fell asleep. Like, I did not feel good this morning. I just read like literally maybe 4 pages. I do like the writing and it doesn't seem like it's gonna be info dumpy or anything. A lot of my friends say that I wouldn't be confused. It's a pretty straightforward like world and magic system and stuff, so I am looking forward to that. I just don't think I want to commit to a big fantasy right now, so I'm glad this is an option, especially by the same author, so I get a feel for Fonda Lee's writing style, and I am pleased. I love it so much. Lately I've been trying extra hard to try to visualize things, especially in fantasy. I'm like really actively trying every page to like keep my focus, and then when I feel myself zoning out, I literally hear myself telling my brain like, hey, focus and like read every word and try to visualize something, paint a picture in your head. And like, it's so difficult for me. Like in this, since it's so short, I'm taking the time to like Google what a manticore is and what like a Jess is, which is like this thing for like hawks, like big birds' ankles. It goes on their ankles. All these things just so I can like put the cover into this world and like just imagine things. So that's how this reading experience is going. So I think that's what's making me enjoy it more. Like, wow, visualizing things when you read, what a fucking concept. I'm like actively trying to change that about myself. I know it's not gonna fully go away, but I want to get better at it. So yeah, page 84, loving it. Basically find out from the synopsis that her little brother gets eaten by a manticore, which is this like half lion, half dragon creature that looks very scary from what I've googled. And then so her main mission is to train these big ass birds to kill off the manticore population to seek revenge, because she was also supposed to be watching her brother, so there's that guilt factor in there. That's all I'm gonna say. I like how it's written. I like world building and everything, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't know who like half these characters are and why they're important just yet. I just know they're interacting with our main character. I pretty much know her little brother, and Darius, and then the birds, Zara and the other one. It's a fun little story and I'm excited to finish it. But I also finished my short story, Highway with Green Apples. Here's the cover. Super short story on Kindle Unlimited. It was just about a 25-year-old going through her daily life. Nothing really happened, but like I said in my Goodreads review, something was so charming about the mundanities of it. The mundane. And the fact that like nothing really happened. It was just so like easy to read, easy to wrap my brain around. It had a couple good quotes about like growing up and coming of age and stuff, so I enjoyed that. I gave that one a 3 just because it felt right, but it's not a bad 3. It's a pretty high 3. I just also like didn't feel connected to the characters because it was so short. I didn't have time to feel connected to them. Joey went out to get food, so I'm gonna read more as much as I can, hopefully get to page 100 before he gets home, and then finish the last 50 pages throughout the night maybe. If not, then early tomorrow for my Patreon readathon. So sorry in advance if I cut this vlog off before finishing this book. That's the long update. Goodbye now. If you know, you know.
I now know.
Hey, remember when I apologized in advance for ending this vlog without finishing this book? Now I'm apologizing in real time because I'm not gonna finish it. I have like 45 pages left. That's a tomorrow problem. Wait, I totally did math wrong. 35 pages left. You'll have to join the lair to see my final. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm gonna finish this like first thing for my Patreon readathon, so we feel accomplished in this household, you know? But I'm feeling a 4-star probably, just because I feel like I need more time for it to be a full 5 stars. Like I need more time with these characters, more time with these creatures. If there were a sequel novella, I'm there. Count me in. But yeah, it's 4 stars unless something crazy happens at the end and that I understand what's going on. But Joey was reading with me, so I was slightly distracted, but that's okay.
Sorry.
Because Joey was reading with me. Because he didn't feel like a potato. If you know, you know. That's from one of the previous vlogs. I look like a knockoff.
Savage.
I look like a knockoff Hocus Pocus sister. I will be finishing that tomorrow, along with hopefully many other books. For now, I have to end this vlog. What the hell is going on? It's like 11 p.m. and I want to get up at 4.
Yuck.
For the first time in like maybe 2 weeks.
Yuck.
So, if you made it to the end of this video, let's put, is there a feather emoji to match the bookmark that I matched with this book? Because it's all about big ass birds. Yeah, sure, do that. If there's not a feather emoji,
Let me check for you.
check.
Checkmate.
Check, please. Checkity check, check.
There's a feather.
Okay, beautiful. Put the feather emoji in the comments down below. What did I read in this vlog? Okay, sorry, back up, wrap up time. So, I read like 115 pages of this. I finished The Bandit Queens, gave it 4 stars. Finished Highway with Green Apples, gave it 3 stars. I finished The Salt Grows Heavy, gave that 4 stars. So semi-successful vlog, it's fine. Anything 3 books and above, I feel good about for a vlog. So that's fine. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you had a great day. Stay safe and stay spooky always. And I'll see you on my next video. Goodbye. Say bye, Joey.
Bye, Joey.